Yeah, I've muted the sound because of the copyright. So they are playing a song here, so I've muted it. I'll come back when they stop playing the sound, when the staff, the ESCO members, and the coaches come in. Thank you. Yeah, hello, welcome. I've muted the sound because of copyright. They are playing a song here, so yes, I can't enable the sound because of the copyright issue. So kindly stay tuned. I'll get back with the sound, and then when they stop playing the sound, then so coach Otto and the rest are here. Otto and the rest are here.
good morning. Good morning. Please take your seats. Let's minimize the noise as we begin the program.
Is it at 10?
Please, those of you who are using your phones, kindly put it on silent. Okay, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This morning we are here to, first of all, present to you the coach of the Blackstars, Mr. Otto. Then also, it is an opportunity for him to announce his squad for the upcoming FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Mali and Central African Republic. It will be recalled that in March this year, the Football Association announced that Coach Otto is taking over as the coach of the Blackstars following our exit from the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. So the Football Association put a team together to select the next coach of the Blackstars, and upon exhaustive processes, they settled on Mr. Otto as the next coach of the team. Now, further to that, we also announced that the team will be playing 2 international friendly matches in Morocco. You remember that we played against the Eagles of Nigeria, which ended 2-1, and then we played the Cranes of Uganda, which ended 2-2 in Morocco in March, after which he returned to Germany to finally hand over at Borussia Dortmund, and so he is here on a long-term contract as the coach of the Blackstars. Now, in the first week of next month, we have 2 very important FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The first one will be against the Eagles of Mali in Bamako on June 6th. And the second one will be against Central African Republic at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi on June 10th. We announced last week that the team will begin camping on Thursday, May 30, here in Accra. Training sessions will be held for a period of 6 days in Accra at the University of Ghana Stadium. And then the team shall depart the borders of Ghana on Tuesday, June 4 for Bamako. The first game is on the 6th, so we shall have 2 days in Bamako prior to the match. After that game, immediately after the match, we shall return to Ghana, precisely Kumasi, where the team will be lodged for a period of 4 days. So on the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, the team will be lodged in Kumasi. And then on the 10th, we shall play against Central African Republic in the other Group I game. Now, before I hand over the microphone to the head coach, I would like to mention that we've got some of our technical team members here with us. We've got our assistant coach, John Pinto. Please, let's acknowledge him. We have our goalkeepers trainer, Fatal Dauda, also here. The technical director of the Football Association, Professor Joseph Kwame Bintai, is also here. We've got staff members of the Football Association. I can see my colleague, Esme Menz, chairman of the Regional Football Association and Executive Council member, Samuel Ambabri, General Marabi in charge of marketing, Neil Armstrong, head of PR and strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me mention that a lot of considerations were made before these players were settled upon to represent Ghana. However, there were some exceptions due to obvious reasons. The following players are injured, which is why they couldn't make the squad. They are as follows. Baba Idrisu has undergone surgery, so he couldn't make the squad. Inyaki Williams, foot surgery to remove a foreign object in his foot, so he couldn't also make the squad. Majid Ashimeru couldn't complete the Cup of Nations and returned to Anderlecht. He's been playing, he's been in and out of their squad. he has a left calf muscle tear, so he couldn't also make the squad. Joseph Pintel has a hamstring injury. Nathaniel Eje was in the squad until he also had an ankle injury. Dennis Odoi also has a knee injury. And then Daniel Amate, he also has an ankle injury. So these players have been left out for injury concerns. Thank you very much. So at this moment, I'll hand over to Coach Otto. But before I take your questions, I would like to find out from him how he feels to be back, and not on a part-time basis, but on a full-time basis as coach of the senior national team, the Blackstars.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction. To the injury, let me please add long-term injuries as like COVID and use of Addo, and I spoke to them, and I think they're on the good way to come back. Hopefully they will come back soon to join us, and let me use this stage also to wish them all the best, speed recovery. Ghana misses you, and I hope that you two will come back soon. Thank you very much for your kind words. I'm really, really excited and happy to be here, to be back. It was not easy, but the FA had a lot of good talks with Dortmund, and even though I still had 1 more year contract, we managed to get out, and yeah, I'm back to be home. I'm happy to be home. I'm back home now. Really, really excited. Looking forward to the next match. It will be difficult, very, very difficult. Especially like we are some points behind the first place, and as you know, only the first place will qualify. But yeah, it's a tough situation, but yeah, I'm looking forward for the game, and I think we will manage.
Okay, thank you very much for your opening remarks, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for us to take your questions. You raise your hand. Okay, so first, before that, let's go to the score. I am in a hurry. Okay, so Otto, tell us your squad, or present to us your squad for the next 2 games. Thank you.
For the goalkeepers, we have Lawrence Atiji Ziggy from St. Gallen. We have Joseph Wallacott from Hibernia. We have Frederick Asari from Asante Kotoko. Defenders, we have Gideon Menza from Auxerre, Ebenezer Annan from Novi Pazar, Mohamed Salisu, AS Monaco, Jerome Opoku from Başakşehir, Istanbul. Then we have Abdul Mumin from Rayo Vallecano, Alexander Jiku from Fenerbahce, Istanbul. We have Alidou Seydou from Stade Rennes. We have Tariq Lamte from Brighton and Hove. In the midfield, we have Mohamed Kudus from West Ham United. We have Ernest Noama from Olympique Lyon. We have Salis Abdul Samit from RC Lens. And we have Ibrahima Sulemana from Cagliari. We have Thomas Partey from Arsenal. We have Edmond Addo from Radnitsky Nice. We have Elisha Owusu from AG Auxerre. We have Abu Francis from St. Bruges. And then remaining the forwards, we have Osman Bukari from Red Star Belgrade. We have Abdul Fattah Shiwako from Leicester City. Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. We have Jordan Ayew from Crystal Palace. We have Ibrahim Osman from FC Nordsjælland. We have Kamaldeen Sulemana from FC Southampton. And we have Brendan Thomas Asante from West Bromwich.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the players for the 2 matches. Campaign begins tomorrow. 26 players have been named. Your comments are welcome now before you go for your questions, please. silence, please. The floor is open for your questions. You raise your hand, you tell us your name and your media house, and then your question. Thank you.
My name is Jerome, a freelance journalist. I'm more interested in the long-term projects than the names of the players. Do you know about the Ghana football DNA and the football DNA, and how does it fit into your 3-year or long-term plan? Thank you.
Okay, I can't really say that I know everything about Ghana's DNA. I think Ghana has a great history, football history, with great players in the past. We had really, really good times. In the last really good times where players like Michael Essien, Asamoah Gyan, Suleiman Traoré, a lot of players were in the best form. I think for me, Ghana football stands for good football. This is maybe I want to use the opportunity. It's difficult to promise victories because of football you can be better than your opponent, and at the end they will score and they will win, or one slight mistake will happen. But I think I will take the opportunity to be brave enough to promise you that we will play good football. Because I've been studying football for a very long time, and for me, the boys, especially in Ghana, they like to play with the ball. This is how they grew up when they're playing on the streets. This is what I want to implement, and I think this is the easiest thing to implement because they will have joy having the ball, trying to dominate. I know that we will face opponents sometimes which are stronger than us, where we need to defend more. But in general, I want to bring back to the joy of the ball. I want to create a culture, and this I think has been the culture in the past, not to be fearful when you have the ball. I know that there's high demands on the players, and it's difficult. There are difficult times, and there's a lot of pressure on the players. But I want to take the pressure away to allow them to do mistakes, because this is the only way we can, in long term, we can give them the confidence to play what they can. We know what they can. If you walk around the streets of Ghana and you see kids playing, you see what they are able to do. And this is what is in our players. And it's my job to bring it out, to bring in a culture with good habits, because good games don't come just like this. It comes with good preparation, to prepare them well, as good as I can with my coaching staff, which are helping me, and to bring in their ideas, to bring in their knowledge, and together I think we can create for the long term a very good Ghana national team. Thank you.
Good morning, coach. How are you? Please, my name is Yanni. I want to ask, when Mr. Henry was mentioning those that are injured, he never mentioned of the DIE. But in your squad, he's not in the squad. And getting to the latter part of the season, he had a very good season. Please, with all due respect, can you give me the technical know-how why he wasn't included in the list? Or is it because the pressure from the Ghanaians that he has paid his dues, so probably we should end? And secondly, my another question is that I want to know the kind of coach that you are. Are you a Pep Guardiola type of coach? Or are you a type of coach? And after you've given me, or you've chosen your role model as a coach, you give me reasons why you want to be a coach. And give me the
So I think, to be honest, very good question. I don't know if the frame is long or we have a lot of time to answer all these questions. I try as best as possible. So the first thing, you asked about Andre. So I had a long talk with Andre, personal. I visited him and gave him the reasons why he's not in the squad at the moment. And I usually have it like this, that I don't talk too much about the players who are not in the squad, more about those who are in the squad. And for me, I can say I don't like I talk to players directly. I don't like to give information out about what we spoke about. So he's not part of the squad at the moment. Andre is, I mean, as everyone knows, he's a legend. He's a living legend of Ghana. What he has reached, it's unbelievable what he did for the country. It was a difficult decision, to be honest, because I like him. I like him as a person, and also as a player. But this is the decision we took, and like I said, it's not like we totally agreed, but I give him the explanation, and so I don't want to take it to another extent and say some things that people will write about this and that. I know it's difficult maybe for you as a press to understand this, but I don't want to make it bigger than it is. Like I said, I have big respect for him. He's a living legend. He holds a record in games playing for the national team. He has, achieved things that just a few players from Ghana has achieved, and it's very, very difficult to leave him out at the moment. But at the end, we as a coach have to take decisions. The best decision, what I think for the team, and this was one part of the decisions. And the type of coach, I don't know. For me, I always try to learn. I'm a coach who wants to learn, wants to listen, wants to take advice, even from lower-ranked coaches. I'm always open for discussions with other coaches. So I'm a learning coach, and I learn a lot from Guardiola, I learn a lot from Mourinho, I learn a lot from other coaches. I learned also things maybe you shouldn't do as a coach. So I'll take everything which I get inside my head about coaching and try to take the best out of all. And this is me. At the end, I think a mixture of everything. I can play defensively, I can play offensively, I can play the mix. I can make changes, sensible changes, I think. Whenever it takes, I can, I think I'm good at reading the game, how the game goes. I'm good in predicting things to happen, and this is me. It's,
Good morning, Coach. My name is Sami Abua from Mission 1 FM. When you look at the squad, and it seems it's mostly, you seem most of these boys are new guys in the system. So I don't know whether when the Blackstars is in a state of rebuilding or something else. And then again, Jonathan Sua, who was part of the African squad, is having a fine season where he's playing. So I didn't get
Yeah, like I said, I talked to, I think, 30 players. Some I even visited them, some I tried to visit them, but I couldn't because my time was very, very short. But I talked to all of them, those who were not invited, who were part of the AFCON last season, and explained a lot of things to them. And for me, it's easier because I have the brighter picture. I see all the players, I compare them, and then I decide also which player fits into my playing style or in my idea for the game. And so for the player as such, it's difficult because he just sees himself. And I think it's difficult to explain because I have to compare Jonathan, for example, with other strikers, and then to see what I need for our 2 games. And at the end, I took this decision. So good. I think that we take it like this, the squad, and it's difficult to talk about players who are not in the squad. And like I said, it's difficult for me to give out some reasons in public. I discussed it with the player, I explained it to him, and I think it's good to
Okay, next question.
Hello, Coach. Good morning. My name is Daniel Kranti, Multimedia Professional Sports. Just want to know the parameters with which you are being judged by your contract. You know, it's a 3-year contract, and you spoke about, in your first team, you spoke about the team being a rebuild. We want to know, are we still in a rebuild? Are we ready to win going into the next AFCON? Are you expected to qualify the team to the AFCON? So that at least when we are assessing you can be a bit fair.
So surely we want to qualify for the World Cup. To ask me if I assess if I qualify or not, I think I'm not the right person to answer that question, but surely the aim is to qualify. At the moment we are in the 4th position, only the first one will go through. It will be difficult, especially the next away game in Mali. They have a very, very strong squad. But the aim is to qualify, but it's also the aim from the others. So it's about having the right team culture. This is the number one thing, what we're trying to build, the culture, long-term culture, surely habits in the team, habits about work ethic, about being disciplined, about on and off the pitch, and surely to prepare them well. So this is our part to be on the pitch, to prepare them well, about to make them know about what's going to happen in the game. And once they know, they have an advantage to make better decisions on the pitch. And this is our job. And like I said, what I want to be assessed with should be the way we play. I can't really, like I said, I can't predict. We will have good times, we will have bad times. There's just a few coaches in the world who lose rarely. I know that we also lose matches maybe, but in the long-term process, what I want to be assessed on should be the way we play. And I think we showed, even though we went out, we showed when we played against Nigeria, when I came the first time, that we played good football, not only that we qualified, we played good football, offensively but also defensively. Even at the World Cup, we had, let's say, good phases where we played good football, and this is what I want to have permanent in every game. I know we, like human beings, we can't be perfect all the time, but I want us to be brave, to play good football, and this is where you can judge me on. And at the end, I'm a strong believer that in long term, if you play good football, it will benefit and the results will also come. And surely at the end, it's a result sport, and I will be judged by the results 100%. And my contract goes 2.5 years. And after that, I will be judged, and hopefully we will win a lot of games so that the judgments are not that hard.
There's a hand at the back.
Hi, Coach. My name is Star. You kept mentioning how you want to play. I watched your team, Dortmund, very mechanical. Most of the German young coaches are very mechanical. You play a kind of football called routing. You kept mentioning about how you want your team to play. Should Ghanaians expect your team, or are we expecting a routed kind of football from you?
I think I'm not new. I'm not like 100% new. So everybody knows how to play, and So with me, I think I have like 4, 5, 6 systems in my head which I can play. So I'm not like I will play like this. So I don't think I'm easy to predict. And yeah, so the tactics vary. They vary. So we have and also varies with the opponent. It also varies with the players we have at that moment, at that very moment. And surely I try my best to bring out their biggest strength. So I can't say I'll play like this or I'll play like this. If the Dortmund way is that bad, at least they're in the final of the Champions League, so maybe I should use that way. I don't know.
Alright, Coach, good to have you back. My name is Gabriel from CTFM TV. I mean, in terms of building on success, the current administration has seen 4 coaches appointed. I think you're the 5th. It's not looking good on the senior national team. From where you sit, what do you think, or what, I want to get your thoughts on that. And also, what do you say is the difference from the Otto we saw at the World Cup and the Otto coming now?
The first question, you know, I was not there when the other coaches were there. I know when I had to go, because people have been asking me a lot about this, why I left, but this was part of the negotiation with Dortmund, that I would be there for a certain term. And after the World Cup, I have to come back. That's why I had to go back to Dortmund. What do you think you're doing? And why other coaches didn't succeed, I was not there to say anything about that. So, yeah, you have to ask the FA, not me. The second question was what?
What's the difference from the Otto we saw at the World Cup and the Otto?
I think I grew older. I learned a lot within these 2 years, the 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5 years, I learned a lot. And yeah, I think I'm better than before. So I'll try to bring my expertise into the game, my knowledge into the game, and like I said, I try to bring the knowledge of my technical team as well into the decisions, and yeah, hopefully we make the right decision to win the next game. This is what I'm thinking at the moment, and yeah, that's it.
All right, Coach. Good morning. I'm Samuel. Just 2 quick questions, because Andre is now out. We don't want to leave here with speculations. So my first question has to be with who's going to be the captain now. That's my first question. My second, please, that's my personal question. I don't want to see any speculation. My second question has to be with after the game against Uruguay during the World Cup. After the game against Uruguay, at your presser, you made mention that you hope that the next coach who's coming to take over will have that free will to work. Okay, but fine. I just want to know now. When Henry introduced you, when you were talking, you made mention that it was a very difficult decision for you. Now you are back. If we have to go back to the statement that you made, how are you going to work now?
Okay. To be honest, let me stay on the record for
right.
The first question again, because it's too much for me.
Okay, so the first question has to be with now Andre is out, who's going to be the party? Okay, right. Now the second question has to be with after the game against Uruguay at the presser.
Okay, and actually I never said this. You have to go back, make your research, and listen closely to what I said. And for me, I can just say, this comes to me. Me, I have a free mind. I'm totally free. I was happy the way the FA, because I heard a lot of stories before I came, let me do my thing. To be honest, I don't know if I can say it, the only pressure they gave me was to bring local players. The only pressure. And I will be looking, and I will look even closer. Now that I'm full-time, I have a full-time appointment, I will look closer to the league, I will observe the league live, not only on video, live. Like I'll be here, I'll be watching, we go rounds, I'll be watching, I will try to help as much as I can. I will look very, very closely. For me, if the player is good, he's good. He doesn't care where he comes from, where he plays. If I like a player, I will take it. And I will look very close to find players from the local league. Very, very close. So I'll be doing my tours, I'll be watching games, I'll be traveling, and I'll have time for this, and I'll use the time to watch, especially the local league.
Right.
I will take 2 questions from this slate and then I will come back. Okay.
Congratulations, Coach, on your reappointment. I'm Sebastian Yawis, Sahara Football. You are back for the second stint. What would you consider personally to be success after your tenure ends? And the second question is to Henry. The training, which ones are media allowed to cover? Thank you.
I'll take both questions. So the first one, to look in 10 years, you said? Yeah.
What would you consider success after your tenure ends?
Like I said, good football, but at the end, good football will end in good results. You know, and if anybody at the end of the day will say the way we played was bad, then I take it as my loss. Like I said, sometimes in football, it's whether the ball goes on the post and in or out, it's inches which can decide about your future. And it's very difficult to predict results, but I'm a strong believer if you prepare well, if you give the players the joy and they have the joy with the ball, if you give this to the player the chance to play with the ball, to bring out the biggest strength, then I'm very, very convinced that you will be successful. Training. Yeah, I'm not quite there to make, you know, as always, we always have to make changes here and there. So, but we'll give up shortly a day where we have an open training session. And I know it's very, very important for the Ghanaians also to see the players, and I really understand this. But for me, the biggest concern is because we are having just 6 days, 7 days of preparation, I will have everyday tactical sessions because, like I said, I'm a strong believer of giving out knowledge and want the players to know what they have to do. In turn, they are leading. In turn, we are leading. In terms of, I don't know, we get a red card. I want to go through every scenario, and therefore I have to prepare the team tactically well. And if these tactics are being filmed, and the opponent can see what we're doing, and then they can prepare well, I hope you understand that it won't benefit us. So for this, I have to say sorry for not letting all the sessions being open. I'm very, very sorry for that.
And Coach, my name is so essentially what he's trying to say is that we'll make an announcement as regards which of the training sessions will be open to the public.
Yes.
At the moment, no decision has been made yet. Thank you.
My name is Kweku Zorik. I work with the Daily Graphic and Graphic Sports in Accra. And Coach, the last time that you were here, you left after you saw out your deal. Does it feel like you are coming back because you have some unfinished business? And I would like to know what that business is.
I mean, so the last time I came, the aim was to qualify for the World Cup. We did it, and I think we were pretty close. Even though we lost 2-0 against Uruguay, we were pretty close to advance to the next stage. And for me, it's not an unfinished business. For me, it's just like an opportunity for me personally to get the best out of the boys. The last time I was called, we didn't do well at the AFCON. This time, and also we have to be honest, we didn't do well, so we are not on top of Africa at the moment. And if this would have been the case, I wouldn't have been called. So for me, it's just to improve the players, improve the situation of the national team, and yeah, we try as much as we can to qualify for the World Cup, and I'm very, very convinced that we have the quality to do that. And this is the biggest aim at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, coach. We didn't feel for preparing that PP. The question is about Kobe. And say Lion, why a coach? From where I'm coming from the family before AFCON. The goalkeepers in the game. Your ball distribution, make kind if you have a 50 ball distribution from a single goalkeeper. Then you will 11 I be see a player. They are kind of opponent. One call, pass half back. Then I will be brief goalkeeper. Power play or the boom. Am I a goalkeeping department? I just saw the problem.
December from goalkeeper coach, but no plan. It is a line, but to go in goalkeeper position. Bomb is make sure say Oba training staff distributions. But in general, Brian Law may coach 2022. Who was statistics? How was the statistics? Okay. Okay. It shows that
I like your team.
Yeah.
And we also want to activity. Coach, we know you've made a talent developer for quite a long time. We know this Blackstars team made up of up-and-coming, young, talented Ghanaian footballers. Will they always have the priority in any selection you make, and how is that going to feed into you building a very solid national team that can last the test of time?
The only thing, the only way it will feed into my suggestion is but this has been done before as well. There were always young talents who have been given the chance to play for the national team, and I'm open. For me, surely it's important to have experienced players in the team, surely, very, very important, because they can guide the young guys, but if somebody is good, you will always get a chance, and I don't care about the age.
Okay, coach, my name is Benjamin Osu. Angel Broadcasting Network. First question is on Andrea. I know you have already answered the Andrea part, but I want you to clear this so that every Ghanaian will be clear in his mind on the state of Andrea in the national team, please. Is he coming back again in the national team, or the decision you took is at the moment, because he's the captain for the team and he has a lot of role in the team, so will Andrea returning to the team, or the decision you took is the final decision on him? He's not coming back again in the team. The second one is for technical team. German assistant coaches, Yusuf Lauman, and also John Pinto and Lion. Please, was it your recommendation, or is something that FA appointed himself for? Please, kind of.
The first question. Yeah, what I learned about listening. I think there was a question about which coach took something this that. I would never say never, because I don't know what will happen next season. The door's always open. Apparently, this is a decision for this period, and that's it. And like I said, what I learned is never say never, because I don't know what will happen. And so yeah, but with the backward stuff, I had a lot of talks. And also there were some proposals from the FA, but I also had a lot of talks with other coaches, and at the end we decided. It was easier for me, especially with John but I know them from the national team, so it's easier. I know that they're good human beings. So this is the first very, very important point for me, because I truly believe that once you know people personally and you know their character, it's easier to deal with them, especially in bad situations. So it was an easy choice for me, although, like I said, I had a lot of thoughts and a lot of people I also considered. So by the end, it was my decision. We had good talks, and like I said, it's easy, especially with John. We played World Cup 2006 together, and we had a good relation there as well, and always had contact. So it was an easy decision. Joseph from Germany, I got to know him like 1 year ago. We had a lot of talks, technical talks especially, and I got to know his character through a friend who's a friend of his. So yeah, at the end, I think from what I saw the last time we met in March, I made a very, very good decision. I'm very, very happy, especially these two boys are hardworking, very, very hard and high work ethic. Very, very good input, what they gave me so far, and I'm very, very happy with them.
Joyce will take our final three and move on. Joyce.
Coach, good morning. Joyce, again for top meeting. The first question, goalkeepers now. When you said brings goalkeeper, that was semi-final Confederations Cup. The dear my goalkeeper, that one in high fabric Masari. I know you're one. Two, now I think so we now new players. In the set of it, HCI different before the home. What can social different with Addo? These players, why no more learning for
Okay. The goalkeeper's choice. Yeah, I think he's done well. I think the team, especially, has done well to go far in this stage. And we decided for Frederick because Frederick also has let us speak about Frederick. Like I said, for me it's easier to speak about players who are here and not to talk about players who are not here. Frederick gave me a really, really good impression, and from the games I saw at Kotoko, he was injured for some time, but now he's back on track, and also when we were training, he really did well from what I saw. And I'm always close with Lion. Lion also assured that at the moment, Frederick's really, really in a very, very good condition to perform, and that's why we decided to go with Frederick. And he's a young player. I think the future belongs to him. We see how far it goes, and yeah, I think it's a good decision. He's a good guy, good team player. Hard work ethic. He's listening. He's a learner. Last time when he came, he cooperated well with the other goalkeepers and the goalkeeper coach, and also with the other players. And everybody likes him, so I'm happy that he's back again. Second question. Well, there's so many players that you learn from. I mean, we have Thomas Partey, 29 years old, Jordan Ayew, 2 years old. We have Alex Jiku, 30. So we have a lot of experienced players who has been in the World Cup, who has done 2-3 African Cups. So there are a lot of players that can learn from that.
I think 1 year and then from this age.
Hello, Coach. I'm Delani. My question is secretary from the tactics team. The personality, because I believe coaches, your personality also counts. If you look at the technical team, at least 3 of you are former Blackstars players. Yourself, and you have also played at the World Cup. What does it mean to have players that have played for the national team before as head coaches of the national team? What does it mean when teams get tough? And your personality, how will it count when games come to one?
Okay. To be honest to you, it means nothing because your being a good player doesn't mean that you have to be a good coach. This is the first thing. But surely the experience we had as players or playing at the World Cup, surely if we use it wise and we reflect on our experience, so it's the most important thing is not maybe the experience, but the reflection on the experience, which will help you to give better advice for those who are in the same situation we were 20 years ago. So, and this is what you have to think of before you meet the players. This is what we talk about and how we prepare before we meet, and then we give our expertise and our experience insights into the players and to the players to take good decisions. And this is what we can do, and in this case, surely it helps. But the first thing, this is what we're doing. We have to reflect on our experience.
Okay, our final two questions. Gentlemen, please hand this up. Pick one from the back and one from the
Good morning, Coach. I don't know the
at the end, sorry, I think there's so few ladies here, you should take all the ladies' pictures. So the ladies can talk about where are they? We can go on, but at the end, we get the ladies respectively afterwards.
My name is Karim with Joyce Hope. My question is about Pavarama. We've seen what he's done this season. Before he was not invited for the last 2 or 3 windows. There was an incident in Kumasi that led to that. He released a statement saying that he needs some time off to clean his mind for the next one. Have you spoken to him? What is the situation with him for this mediation?
Yeah, surely I've saw his performance, I've seen his performance, I talked to him, but at the moment he's not ready to come back. I don't know exactly what he experienced with the national team, but maybe I want to take this opportunity also to indicate that every one of us has a high responsibility. I don't know what happened after that game, but to be with the team, to help Ghana to succeed. And when the answers, when they don't perform, that we have to bully him and insult him, and I don't know, it doesn't, to me, it's not good. It's not good enough, and this is not my responsibility. It's all of our responsibility, especially the media. And for me, anybody who talks, and it's not like who's personal on somebody, you will never look good. In my eyes, you will never look good. That's why I won't talk openly bad about a player or whatever. I will never look good. And anybody who does it, whether it's right or wrong or whatever, you will never look good. If it's not personal, it's just maybe tactically or performance-wise, okay, that's okay. But if we go beyond that, I don't think it's helpful. And in this case, I think we would have needed him very, very much. I had a long talk with him. I even wanted to fly to his place to talk to him, but he was very, very sure that he won't come at this moment of time. He won't come back. And it's very, very sad that it's our fault that he's not coming back. The last one before I go to the ladies.
Harry.
Coach, I'm Jose from Vision 1 FM. I want to know if you do watch highlight of the Ghana Premier League. If yes, I want you to describe the standard of the Ghana Premier League.
So many teams, so many different players, and I don't think this is the right frame. We can talk about it another time, but this is the right frame to talk about because it's not like this is the standard. You know, there's so many teams who have done well, and there are also some teams who need to improve. But it's difficult because to measure because for me as an outsider I don't know how much, let's say, money they have to build a team, what are the conditions, everything. So it's very, very difficult for me to judge on the standard of the league. It's impossible.
Maybe we have to go to the women.
Thank you for the opportunity. Ghana's goal scoring ability has been challenged for us for some years now. And I would love to know from you if you can share with us what measures you put in place to make sure we overcome this challenge as we go forward.
Very good question, very good question. Then I think this will be one of the parts we will work on. We discuss it with the coaching staff. It's a very good question. And every game is different, I have to say. So sometimes you have more space which you can attack. Sometimes you have smaller space which makes it difficult for you to score. And there it's about creating solutions. This is also one part of the film, to be solutions, how we can score goals. And at the end, it's about the players who hopefully will transcend this ideas on the pitch. But yeah, it's not easy. It's different if you play in Europe. There are different conditions, there are different pitches, the weather is cooler. And so we have to adapt to the situations where we're in, and still we can do better. And we try our best to implement our ideas into how we can score more goals.
Good morning, Coach, and welcome back to the Blackstars team. My question has to do with before the World Cup, we're speaking to a number of players, especially those who were born in the diaspora, and today we're hearing that Callum Hudson-Odoi has agreed to play for Ghana. If it is true, how does he fit, or how will he fit into the team you would start building from today?
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about the future, and I haven't talked to him yet. So once he's ready, in general, our doors are always open. But our full concentration is now on the Mali game, and this is a bright future. It's difficult it's not that easy. We can't bring in players who's played for another national team before, so they need to get released from, in this case, from England, and then it goes to FIFA. And FIFA will send the release to us, and then we can apply for them. So it's a whole process which is going on. And to be honest, my head is not there at all. So my head is fully on Mali, on the boys which are here, and concentration is fully on them, and we have to make anything happen to win this game.
Okay, we have to wrap up.
She's on it.
Okay, is it lady? You're late?
No, I'm a lady man.
Okay, you speak. I'm sure you hear.
Okay, I think I'm So my name is Mabel Alubadek. Congratulations, coach, on your return to the Blackstars team. So my question has to do with discipline. We are talking about the way we are going to see that in big football. But there are many of the players who are playing good football, but kind of self-glory of game. So how are you going to see to it that if they play as a team, they play football as a team and win as a team?
I can't really judge on how they play. I can just talk for my period of time when I was here as a national coach, and I think we really did well. And this is the same culture and habits which I want to implement into the team. And surely we will, the closer we get together to support each other, the more success we will have. And this is what I try to implement. And I'm very, very sure the players will understand and will fulfill it. We don't have time for any personal things. Like I said, we have to work together as a team. And this is the only way we can have success. And I think the players will know.
Okay, thank you very much. We will leave the last words with the president of the Sports Writers Association.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Please not a quick stay. It's a little piece of advice. There are two very difficult jobs in Ghana. Number one, the president of Ghana, and the coach of the Blackstars. You are the official coach, but the real coaches are here. So the criticisms will come in. Some will be caustic, some will be very patriotic, some will be vituperative, but you know that, just relax. And understand that as journalists we mean well. So don't take the criticisms personal, but they will come in fast and thick. Because you've had some of the tactics and systems already coming from some of the colleagues. Whether you're going to play the route system, or whether you're going to play the Mourinho system. So they will definitely come. But in all that, just understand that we're in this together, and we want to see the good of the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, colleagues, I would like to thank you for making time to be with us this morning. Once again, let me mention that officially the team will begin preparation tomorrow. The team will be in camp tomorrow. Our first training session will take place tomorrow through to Tuesday when the team are playing for Bamako. The game against Mali is on Thursday, June 6th. The team will fly back to Ghana, Kumasi to be precise, to continue preparation for the second game against Central African Republic. Like the coach mentioned, some of the sessions will be open, not all of them. Please bear with us because he needs time to go through his tactical drills as we prepare for the two important matches. We are grateful for your company. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and let's start rallying around the flag and also push our Black Stars to victory in next month's conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you to the technical team as well.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Não, mas qual que é o